Good afternoon. Wow. So, I don't know if I got much accomplished today or not. I spent probably a good hour and a half getting into a router, but he stopped by just as I closed the show up last night and brought me a couple of older Belkin or not Belkin Netgear routers. So I was playing with one today, and so I had to get into it first because I reset it back to factory defaults, and that was interesting. That was fun. I finally did get into it though. Um, it's just the setup wizard, the thing that's supposed to help you do it easier, was making it a royal pain. But managed to get into it, so it's set up, and the SSID. Now I've got two routers running in the house, and the SSID for this new router is Yo Mama. So folks can come here and connect to Yo Mama. Anyway, um, yeah, I've got no life. No excuses, no life. Let's see. So I don't know what else I got accomplished today. I made some modifications early this morning on the bike trailer, which I think are going to work out so much better for Blue. I think she's going to like it a lot better. She's got a lot more room now, and she's got a nice place to stand, nice place to lay down if she wants. And I think it's just going to work out so much better with the modifications I made to it. So not a big deal. I messaged the company that that made it because there was an extra strap that was tied to the handle, and couldn't figure out what it was for. And I didn't see in the instruction manual anything about this particular strap. And so they messaged me back this morning, and They asked me to take some pictures of the strap because they had no idea what I was talking about. So I did, and they informed me that was that was to tie around the handle because you can use it for a stroller or a bike trailer. And if you're using it as a stroller, you can tie that around your around the handle and then around your wrist, and that way you won't have runaway baby syndrome or nothing like that. So but I informed them I couldn't let Jen know about that because if I misbehaved, she'd tie me to the back of it and make me run behind the bike trailer. So don't tell Jen about the strap for my safety, no less children's safety. So anyway, she's trying very hard to ignore me. Anyway, um, so yeah, that's gonna work out much better. I think I really do. Let's see. I looked around on the internet. I think I came to a conclusion of the buckets that I'm going to get for the water filter. So as soon as that's a possibility, I'll be getting the buckets. So not a big deal. I found a company that's got them for relatively cheap, and they look to be really good quality. The lids have gaskets, good quality gaskets and stuff. So really, only one of the lids needs a gasket. The other one's fine without one. But I just want to get two of the same buckets, so it's going to be pretty cool when we get done. I'm already I've already thought of a decal that I'm going to put on it, just to kind of make it look cool. But it's going to include the Watchman News logo. So anyway, I think that pretty much covers what I did today. I didn't get a whole hell of a lot accomplished. Well, the bike trailer was a big deal getting that done. So, and I managed, I think, to, like I say, make a suitable platform for her to be on. So let's go ahead and get the housework, so to speak, out of the way. Let's see here. Get the right page up front. Here we go. There it is. YouTube. We made a few more cents. Not that I made any more sense, but on YouTube we did. So I forget what it was. I don't keep track of YouTube, and the reason why is because normally we don't even have the $30 there. Like I've said, and you'll see soon enough. If we don't get any super chats or anything like that, you'll see it'll drop way down, and we won't even reach. Yeah, we'll be lucky to reach $3 and some odd cents at the end of a month. It's not. Don't get a whole lot from YouTube. So anyway, that's where that is. I promised I'd show you every day. I told you I would show you this every day. Start showing you this. This is our Steam account and what we've got so far. Now, yesterday there was like 20 something here, and you see that that's gone now. The reason why is because Bitcoin is down um, somewhat. It's kind of low. And I got to thinking, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get this transferred from Steam into Bitcoin. That way, I've got it in Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin prices go up, then we're good. So, what I transferred today this morning was 20.754 Steam dollars to block trades and eventually into our wallet, which is a different account. So that's why that was zeroed out. Just not even 5 minutes before the show started, I was able to go ahead and take the balance of one of our other ones that wound up giving me 5.283. Again, I don't know how all this stuff works because I wrote it down before I made that transfer, and it said I had 7.06 SPD before I made that transfer, but for whatever reason it got knocked down to the 5.283. So whatever, I have no idea. I can't claim to be a expert on this stuff. But anyway, what I'm going to do is we've got that I just was able to transfer today, and then let's see, that one was right here where you see the 14.08. That was right there. And again, I don't understand how that works, but the next one will be coming up in tomorrow. So tomorrow, and it says 4.7 SBD, but clearly I'm not going to get that. It's probably going to be 3 point something. I'm guessing. So anyway, that will be tomorrow that I'll be able to transfer that over into that balance, and then we've got these two here. One I'm gonna be in 5 days. The other one, okay, both of those in 5 days. That I'll be able to transfer. One of them says 4.70, which, like I say, it'll be 3 point something, I'm sure, or maybe even 2 point something. And then this one will be the same way. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of those in there, and that'll put us a little over 10, I would think, Steam dollars. And then I'll go ahead and I'll transfer that into Bitcoin at that point in time in, what was it I said, 5 days? Yeah. Then I'll transfer that over. And then I'll probably go ahead and cash out, and that way we can put the money back in the bank that we used for the bike trailer. So, um, I thought there would have been enough there by now to do it, but since whatever reason is that they give you a little less than what it says it's going to give you, I don't know. So, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let's see. And then we just kind of go from there. So that's what's up on the Steam side of things. So that's why the 20 point whatever it was 754 or whatever, yeah, 20.754. That's why that is gone, and now you see 5.283 because that's what I transferred today after I cleared it out. So okay, AdSense. Somebody did some kind of clicking or something. I don't know because we got a whole penny. Yoo-hoo! We got a penny. So that's where we are in AdSense. I'm still waiting for YouTube to show up, which is probably going to be like, I'm guessing it's going to be like between $20 and $29 or whatever that will be added to the balance when that shows up. And then we'll be good for that. I had to dig and find because I had decided that the bulk of that was going to go towards another panel like we already have, which is they claim it's a 60-watt panel. I've been through this a million times. I don't know if it's 50 or 60. The label says 60, so we're going to get a identical panel to that. And the guy that I bought our panel from no longer has it. They're no longer there. And so I went and it took me quite a while. That's another thing I've done today. I had to dig quite a bit to find another one of those panels for a reasonable price. I found some that were just insanely expensive in comparison. And I found some that were from China, but I don't want to. I really do not want to order a solar panel from Long Dick Dong. I'd rather order it from here in the United States. So, um, anyway, so the amount of money that I could save by ordering it from China versus the U.S. wasn't worth the extended wait and all that stuff. Plus, if I get a panel in from China and it's damaged, it would take me a lot longer to have that replaced than what it would if I ordered a panel from the United States and it needed replaced. So that's something else that I kind of keep in consideration with that. So kind of waiting on that. I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna dig because that when I said that, it's like wait a minute here. Let me look at something here because I was thinking when I click on that solar panel, like in the purchase history on our eBay account, um, it shows me the item and it says there was the item was ended, the auction was ended for a listing. Okay, yeah, I was just wanting to make sure that there wasn't a button I could click on that would say add to cart or buy it now or whatever. And no, there's not. So, but luckily, like I said, luckily I did find a gentleman that did have it. So that is a good thing. I'm trying to make sure that it is still there. Ah, which it should be. And that was another big thing I did. I went through my watch list and cleared it out. that was That was crazy. I had a lot of stuff in there. A lot of stuff. So, yep, this guy still got them. He's selling them like hotcakes, though. That's for sure. Um, However, he still got one at the time being. So anyway, hoping I can get in on that because I would like to have an identical panel. I'd like at least to have one more identical panel to that one. That way, later on, if we would add another panel and I can't find these, it wouldn't look odd if I had one bigger panel under two of the same size panels or whatever. It wouldn't look so odd. So I know I'm rambling on talking about something you guys probably could care less about. But I'm going to, when I do this, I'm going to be doing videos and I'm going to be trying to explain to, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing different things. Plus, I'm going to build a custom rack that'd be foldable. I've told you about that. And so I want you guys to see that process as I do it, so you can see it's not about jumping to the top of a mountain. When you look at prepping and you see that big mountain in front of you, it's not about being able to jump to the top of that mountain to begin with. You can slowly climb that mountain. You can crawl up the mountain if you have to. And that's pretty much where we're at. We pretty much have to crawl up that mountain, and that's fine. So you get components as you can, and then you adapt once you get more. So, it's just a matter of kind of getting some type of a rough idea in your mind of how you want to do it and what you want to do to start out with, and then you can start building towards that. And like I say, it can be at a snail's pace as long as you're moving. As long as you're moving forward, that is what's important. So that's kind of what I'm trying to show everybody and how I'm trying to show you to go about it. So let's go ahead and get rid of all the yicky finance stuff. And let me get to what we tweeted out today. I'm probably not going to spend a whole lot of time on the monologue today. I just probably won't. I don't think I tweeted out a whole lot today. Again, I've been kind of busy today, just not making a whole lot of progress in a whole lot of areas. Massive explosions near military base close to Damascus. That I must have tweeted right before the show yesterday. Russia will remain committed to Iranian nuclear deal, says the Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov. Victory Day military parade held in Russian capital. Speaking of that, I haven't heard anything more about Trump's military parade. Have you? I don't. What? You mean he would have said something that he wasn't going to do or that he didn't do or whatever? No, not Trump, because he's going to make America great again. He tells the truth about everything. He does everything he says he's going to do. Right? Oh my God. I'm telling you, some people really think that. And it's like, how can you get there from here, Saudi air defenses intercept Yemeni rebels' missile over Riyadh. Um, why does Israel have so much influence over you? This is a tweet from WikiLeaks, and it's an article. Why does Israel have so much influence over U.S. policy? It is not just cash for politicians. Tens of millions of Republican voters believe in Christian Zionism. Here we look at a video, and it's got a video, and it's an article from OpenDemocracy.net. So again, that was put out by WikiLeaks. I would hope that people just wouldn't brush that off. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and I get what he's saying, and I've spoke about this. Many have spoke about this. Roy Potter speaks about this. And it's so offensive to some people when you try to explain to them that, look, Israel is not in our best interest whatsoever, or when you try to explain that we are nothing but puppets and lapdogs for Israel. People don't like it. Ooh, no, you can't. They're the chosen ones, right? Like we're gonna watch the movie The Golden Child or something. I don't know. It's insane. It boggles my mind, especially because, and I pointed out about the Christian support for it, and I point that out specifically because, like I said, I think yesterday during the monologue, if I was to walk across the street, Catholic Church, if I was going to walk across the street and I would walk up to anybody going in there, any person going in there, and tell them that Jesus didn't die on the cross for our sins, they would be irate. They would absolutely lose their minds. Now, if I was to walk across the street and say, well, what do you think of Israel? Well, they're the chosen ones. We got to defend them, and we got to do this, and we got. It's like, yeah. But if you ask them if Jesus died on a cross for our sins, they would say no. Why the double standard? Why the double standard? And why can't the common person see the common sense of the common problem with what I just talked about? It's unbelievable. But that makes me a bad guy because I call out the obvious, right? Iran has ready-made plan proportional to U.S. withdrawal from deal, says a spokesman. Iran to face very severe consequences if it restarts their nuclear program, says Trump. I'll tell you what. I don't see this going down in a manner beneficial to us. I'd be lying to tell you that I understood what the hell is going on in North Korea. Because I have no idea. I can't figure it out. It makes no sense. Things don't add up. I know I don't trust it. That I know I can tell you. I do not trust it. But, what can you do? What can you do? Except sit back, take in as much information as what we can get, understand that much of that information is probably going to be propaganda, and try to use discernment and common sense to come up with at least a rough idea of what is really going on. And I'm having a hell of a time getting even a rough sketch because it makes no sense why the all of a sudden turnaround. It really doesn't. And you'll have people say, oh, well, the deep state, blah, 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 blah. Look, show me something that says that. Show me some proof about this deep state involvement in North Korea and that it has something to do with Kim Jong-un totally flipping. Okay? One bit of anything. See, people have attached themselves to this word deep state, just like they've attached themselves to Q. And they just foam at the mouth about shit they have no idea about. But as long as they say the words deep state or talk about Q, well then, they're all knowing. Not how it works, folks. That's not how it works. That's just another form of tribalism. It's another form of being led around It's insane. If we're going to figure this out, if we're going to know the truth or even an idea of the direction of the truth, we have to use critical thinking. And we can't just attach words like deep state or QAnon or whatever. It takes more than that. And I'm not saying that deep state's not involved. I'm not. What I'm saying is throwing that out there and using those words to try and prove like you actually know something about it, some of us really, really understand that you're clueless to it when you use those terms. Right? It's like the dark web. Ugh, the dark web. You know, I got on the dark web last night. I turned out all the lights. I even turned out the monitors, and I tried to get on in Google. I was on the dark web, right? Dark web. Every time I go down to the basement, I'm in the deep state. Right? That's what that stuff means to me. Really. I take it with the same amount of seriousness. Okay, because I understand that there is cabals within our government, that there is clubs. I call them clubs often, right? I get that. There ain't anybody that gets that more than I do. But to sit there and act like we fully understand what's going on and, ooh, Kim Jong-un did this because of the deep state. I don't think so. May have, but I don't think so. I think there's something else at play here. And not necessarily something in favor of the United States. Because, see, you have to remember, not only did we piss off North Korea, but we pissed off South Korea for lying to them about the amount of THAAD missile systems that we had over there. But we obviously pissed off China with all the sanctions and BS we blow their way, right? And now the trade war that Trump wants to start. So, you know, we've got all these countries that we're pissing off, and all of a sudden these countries are playing nice with us. All the while, China is emboldening their positions in the South China Sea, getting ready. Oh, but it's the deep state. Right. Anyway, that's what I got for the news I tweeted out. I'm sorry, I find it that humorous. I really do. I think it's insane. I really, really do. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close the monologue and we'll continue on with the live show. And as always on the monologue, I'll close with God bless you all.